I'm JC, and welcome to another live stream. Okay, I just sat down at my table, and yep, just like I said yesterday, I thought that this was one of our coil built bowls. This is the one that we were trimming yesterday. And yeah, it has a pretty prominent crack, multiple cracks happening. So if you didn't watch the video yesterday, I'm having a little bit of an issue with our we've made like a couple coil built pieces, and I'm not really like a hand builder, and this is like sitting down and doing these few pieces. Like, I think we were like creating them like last week or something. Has been like nearly been like the first time that I've done this. I have done it like maybe like one or two other times like a while ago. So what I was doing was so I was like using the coils to build the base, and obviously we're having some issues doing that. So I think I'm just gonna cut that out of the entire building process and use like a rolled out slab for the base. I don't entirely feel like the sides were made very differently. So I think it's interesting that the sides aren't doing anything. This one is really big, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna scrap it. Obviously we're trimming this yesterday. It hasn't been fired, so because it hasn't been fired, I can just throw it back into my reclaim and reuse all of this clay. So it wouldn't be like a complete waste. It's just kind of like a waste of time. Solutions, if I didn't want to do that, is so basically when you have like a crack like this, like it's already showing up, sometimes they won't show up when they're bone dry, but then when you biscuit, it gets bigger, and then if it wasn't showing, it becomes visible, or this is just gonna get worse. Because this one is so bad, I don't even know if something like Bisque Fix would actually fix it. I mean, they say that you can use it before it actually has been bisqued. I think most times people don't see an issue, they biscuit, and then the issue comes up, and then that's kind of like why it's called Bisque Fix. That's like the Amico brand name. I don't know what like a general term is for that, but there are other ones too. So I just feel like this is so bad. Maybe it's not worth trying to save. But Bisque Fix is an option. I'm gonna try it maybe on some other things. Issue we talked about yesterday is that Bisque Fix is very white. So this is not a white clay. It is, when fired, a little bit more like off-white, kind of cream-ish, not quite like buff, where it's very like yellow, but it's just kind of like, it's a bit off-white, very noticeable if like we put Bisque Fix on here, and then you would just see like where we slather that on. I don't know, like I wouldn't want that to be visible. So I don't know. This foot here really isn't very deep, and I don't know if I would want to put glaze here just because it isn't very deep, and I wouldn't want it to touch the kiln shelf either. So if it was something where it's like, okay, we could cover it with the Bisque Fix, we can cover it with a dark glaze, and then you couldn't see under it, maybe. I don't really have very many dark glazes. The couple that I have I haven't tried yet. I don't know like what they look like. So I'm gonna keep a couple pieces, I think, off to the side, and maybe test that. I just found out about it yesterday when I was looking at some pieces, so I haven't really decided, but I think I might keep them for that. But yeah, I think this one I'm just gonna scrap. It's just, it's so bad. It's so bad. So that's unfortunate. It makes me really sad to have to scrap pieces. But sometimes what you want to do is just like save. Sometimes, like, the best thing you could do is just save your own time, because sometimes just fixing stuff is gonna take a lot longer than just maybe even making a new piece. It really kind of depends, I think. So we're gonna trim these two bowls we got over here. This one's a little wet, so I'm gonna just let it sit. It can dry a little bit while we're working here. Yes. I don't know if I was gonna say much else. But yeah. So like right now, if we put that in our reclaim, like I can actually use that clay, but if we bisqued it and the issue is just the crack got so big and the biscuits didn't work or something, then, and there's like no way that I can actually use it, then like it just cannot be used. Like it would have to go in the trash, you know? So sometimes just kind of have to get a feel for things, for like when you need to cut your losses. It's just it's just part of the ceramic process. Not everything goes according to plan. And sometimes things just happen. So it's okay. We're just gonna, I mean, I don't really know like how long I spent on it, but it's fine. I think we can make something better. These two bowls here that I will be working on, these ones are actually wheel thrown. I feel a lot better about my wheel throwing capabilities. So these ones should not crack. It's just like, I don't know. I thought I did enough compressing with the coil bolt ones, like apparently not, or something happened. Yeah. Something happened and it just kind of like split apart. This generally what is happening, is that the clay particles are not compressed enough. It's really important when you're building up your pieces in any way, that like if you are, say, like even making walls on like a coil built pot, or like throwing, like you're always like compressing the base like here, but you're also compressing the walls too as you're building, and everything just needs to be like compressed or else it will crack. It's like I don't know, it's just what clay does when it's not when the particles just aren't pushed together enough, is that they just move further away and then it will create a crack. Okay, so when we were working on this yesterday, around here-ish, on the, like, height-wise on the pot, There's a very thin section. So while I'm trimming this, I want to be really, I think it's right here. I'll just like make a little notch. I think it's like right over here. Oh yeah, this is really bad too. Okay, so we trimmed a little bit too much, but maybe it'll be okay. I'm not sure. We are just not having the best of luck. I actually want this to be a little bit closer. So let me just like, yeah, do that. Okay. So, it's been pretty busy, with work and stuff. So I haven't, actually done too much, ceramic wise. I was hoping I could like fit in some time to work on these yesterday, but I ended up not doing that because I put in like 2 hours of overtime for work, and I am currently working on like a design contest. So that is when did I start that? I think I started it on Saturday, maybe. I don't know. And it's due this Friday, so I'm like trying to spend like a lot of time like getting something together to enter for it. We don't have a lot of time to work on it, so I'm just like I'm trying to put something together, maybe. I'm sort of hoping that everyone else is thinking the same thing. Like, oh my gosh, like, we're so busy at work. I don't want to work on this in my free time too, or something. And, like, I don't know, maybe, like, not that many people will enter it. I don't know. The last one we did, actually, it happened at this time of year too. When everybody's, like, really busy. We have, if you're watching this in the future, it is like the week after Black Friday. So we're pretty busy with sales, and even like our promotion started before Black Friday, so like all the sales were coming in and whatever. There's a lot of stuff to do. And I'm like so busy, but I was like, I don't know, maybe I can kind of like put something together and maybe, hopefully, maybe win something. I actually won first prize last year for it. It was like, what was the theme? So it was definitely, what was it? I think it had to be like like a cultural kind of design. Like it could be any culture, but I think that was kind of like the theme prompt. Was to make a invitation that was like a cultural kind of like design look to it. And then I made like a really cool like Moroccan inspired design. And it was pretty intricate. I mean, not like, I mean, I've definitely seen things that are like more intricate than what I made, but it was like a little bit more intricate than what I usually would be willing to do maybe. So I was just like, I don't know, I was just like super inspired. I watched what was it called? The Night Manager? I think it's called The Night Manager. It has Tom Hiddleston in it, and he works at this hotel. He is like the night receptionist person at this hotel. And what is it? It's been a little while. And he's like sort of, I can't really remember. He's like an ex like spy or something, kind of, or whatever. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know why he's like working at this hotel. He works at a couple hotels. And that's like, I don't know, I think that's his like ruse or something for being in these different countries or something. And then like there's a portion, there's a little bit portion where they're in I think it was more in Egypt, I think. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I love like these, like I love the look of like these palm trees and like the architecture, like I don't know. So I was just kind of like looking around and trying to find like some different kind of like architectural styles for like the main, kind of like create this like archway kind of a thing, and then like some palm trees in there, and like it kind of had like I think it, yeah, I'm pretty sure what I found, it said it was like a Moroccan like architecture. So that's kind of like where I like got that idea. I don't know like a ton about Morocco, but I don't know, just like looking at it, it was just like just really beautiful. And I think I've seen like a little bit like here and there of like different like movies and stuff or something, kind of like showing that. I was like, this would be like really cool. A little bit like off the beaten path for something like, I think there are definitely things that could have been like maybe like easier or more familiar, but I was like, this is pretty cool. I think I can pull this off in a way that like works. So so what I'm doing for this design, I'm just gonna get my sponge wet a little bit and clean off my tool. So for this design, I'm like, it is supposed to be, so I work for like a, so what we do is like, do like wedding stationery, and, so this, like, kind of like the main prompt for this one is to choose something that we don't, like something that we don't really currently offer. So something that's like really like, I mean, they didn't say that it had to be something that was trendy, but that's probably like a good place to start, is like something that's trending, but like maybe not so much in the mainstream. Last year for the design, it was kind of like this other one that I did. It was actually a separate, it wasn't really a contest. It was like a different thing. But I made this like really cool, like it was like the cover of a book, but it was like cottagecore. And I don't know. I kind of wanted to like, I mean, we kind of have some cottagecore things, but I was thinking, so my design is gonna be like Oh, if you don't already know, I'm a graphic designer. So that's why we're talking about this. This is what I do for work. I'm a graphic designer for work. And I do like ceramics part-time, if you didn't know that already. So I'm thinking like it's not super common, but like I thought it'd be really cool to have one that was like kind of like Western themed. Um, because you guys know I love animals. I kind of have this like obsession with horses at the moment. I've done some trail riding, and that's like it's so much fun. And like I don't know, like I really needed to get a concept that was something I'm very passionate about, or else I probably wouldn't feel like working on the project. And like I really need to work on the project if I want to get it done, obviously. Get it done in like a week. So that's what I'm thinking of is like we have a couple that are kind of desert scenes. I think you could say I want it to be like some cowboys getting married, you know, like the one some of the ones that I've seen are kind of like hinting at like, oh, desert, maybe this is Arizona, or maybe this is in Texas. It's like cactuses and like maybe a mountain range or something in the background, but it's not very like obvious like what the theme is. It's very like not specific and could match like a bunch of scenarios. But I want mine to be like full on get ready for some square dancing. Like cowboy boots, cowboy hats, horses, but like in like millennial pink and like bright colors, like pinks, reds, yellows, like not really the typical like muted, maybe like brown woods, and like I don't know what you would put for like Western stuff. But like it's gonna be like full on color, and be kind of like crazy. Like crazy color is gonna be happening. That's kind of like my idea. Because that is just like that is not something we have like really reaching that type of demographic, and you can really change your demographic color wise, I think, and definitely by kind of like stylistically. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have a lot of inspiration ready, but I need to I really want to have a lot of like illustrations involved, like cowboy boots, maybe like a longhorn skull. I'm not sure about that. Horseshoes. Like I kind of am thinking about like like a horse, like someone's riding a horse, and the horse is like up, like on its 2 feet, and like I don't know, maybe not exactly like bucking, but like kind of like that or something, you know, get some movement in there. I think that would be kind of cool. Definitely cowboy hat somewhere. Maybe some cactuses. Um, um, yeah. I'm not really sure. Like, I have like all these like separate, kind of like illustration ideas. I'm not really sure how I want to put that together. I had some thoughts yesterday of kind of drawing out, a little bit of like a landscape. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been working on instead of instead of working on my ceramics. I need to make a lot more test tiles too. There are a lot of things that we need to do. I need so many more test tiles. Yeah. Um um and well, if I like place for for second or third or something, I'll get some money. Heck yeah, get some prize money. Cause I'm like, holidays got you like spending so much money. I haven't even like bought presents yet for my family. So I definitely need to do that. I bought Jason some stuff, but I had to like ask him if it was okay. So he kind of like knows about it. I got him some pants because I saw them. I was like, these are so cute. But like, would you wear them if I got them for you? Kind of a thing. Like, he's very like, I don't know, like, I don't really want to be stepping on toes, but like they were so cute though, and I was just like, I feel like you need to add this to your wardrobe because they're really cute. So I had to like ask him if that was okay, because he's very like kind of picky about that. But I have to give him some secret things too, and I haven't gotten. I got my mom a calendar. That's like, I don't know. I always get her like a calendar, and she really liked the last one that I got her, I guess. So I got her another one, but I don't know what else to get her. I'm trying to look on Etsy for some things, some handmade things. I don't really have many thoughts though. This is why I'm like, I've been like, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna do the contest thing because I'm so busy with all these other things. Like, we have to keep up with the ceramic stuff because I mentioned I really want to get like a bunch of stuff together before I like apply for this like this spring market that will be happening here in I think it might happen in March, maybe. I think I have to look it up. I think it's in March, and applications open on this is very uneven. Open in February, maybe. So I really want to have like a variety, like a good variety of ceramic things to bring. Or like just to apply with, like I want to have like a good variety of like new things, the new ceramics to bring, and like if I can get in So that's why we can't pause the ceramic making, because I really want to apply, hopefully get in. I applied for the winter market a little while ago. Like, I think a couple years ago or something. I applied for it and I didn't get in. I think they wanted, like I think a lot of things in my shop could be gifts. But I think they really wanted like holiday or winter specific things. I don't know. They really didn't like say like why I didn't get in. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking, because it was like a holiday market. Like maybe they just want a bunch of stuff that is like I don't know. I don't know. But I think my stuff is definitely like the ceramics are a lot more like colorful, and I do tend to make more stuff that is like vases, air plant holders, maybe stuff for like the summer. Not really sure what too many winter ceramics there would be. Like what, a soup bowl or a mug? Maybe like a Dutch oven, but that's kind of like, that's a little spendy. Also sort of random. I don't really know much about that. I'm not really like someone that cooks like ever. I just like see them at the store. The rim is very uneven, so we have to fix this. Yeah. I mean, ceramics aren't like that specific seasonally, but they're definitely things that you can make for like plants. That kind of like, I don't know, kind of like push some things into being like, I guess like more spring or summer. Obviously planters, vases. I've seen like some people make like these wall vases. It's like half of a vase, and then like it has like a flat back, and then you just hang it on the wall. Those are interesting. And I think they have some kind of like, they're kind of like a cool idea. And like, how can you like rethink things? Like, I was thinking about making a video kind of like that, like, that creativity is, it's something that you can learn and improve on. Like, I don't know, people say left brain, right brain, whatever. That's not even like, when people say that, that's not even like true. That's not how the brain works. Nobody is left brained or right brained. I don't have any more information on why, but like, I know it's just like one of those things that like society perpetuates, and it's not actually true. Which is good for you, because if you feel like you're not very creative, you can improve that and be creative. So I was thinking about like, I don't know, I was just kind of like thinking of ideas of like other videos I can make, and I think that would be pretty cool, maybe helpful for some people. I mean, that could be for anything. It doesn't have to be ceramics, you know? People can use creativity in a lot of ways. It doesn't even have to be art related. And sometimes it can be it can fall into like problem solving, which like literally anybody can use for any purpose, like for work or, just your normal daily life. Problem solving is wonderful. So I was kind of thinking about that. Oh my gosh, I forgot to. How long have we been going? Did I even set my timer? No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Okay, well, we got 23 more minutes. Wait, just a minute. I'm sorry, I forgot to update my Slack status. And I kind of like am supposed to be doing that. Okay. Whoopsies. Anyway. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know. I think this is definitely more for like a longer chat, about like being creative, but we can do a little bit of a chat right now about it because I don't really have anything else to talk about, really. I think like a really big thing for I don't know, I kind of want to say it's more like thinking outside the box. That term is pretty lame. It's just like it's so overused. It just kind of like sounds lame, I think, when you say it out loud. But what you want to do to kind of like change the way that you think and to think a little bit, like get some more ideas. Like how can you have more interesting ideas? I think like one of the ways that really helps is like juxtaposition. And that is kind of that's changing things up. So like I mentioned, and this is like, it's really good for like a couple of the different like examples, but like the juxtaposition is like utilizing like another part that's like, okay, so you're making assumptions. Just kind of like, I don't know, everybody just like makes assumptions about things, and then that's why everything turns out the same. And that's where you can get a little bit boring. But when you identify your assumptions and then you rethink them, then you can kind of like, you can really change things up and like make things a lot more interesting. So you assume that a vase would sit on its own, and probably be maybe around a certain size. Like if it was supposed to be like in the house, like it's gonna be on a bookshelf, it's gonna be on a mantle, or maybe your TV stand. And that's the assumption for a vase. It's going to be a certain size and it's going to sit on its own. So there are two examples. But what makes like the wall vase interesting is that it's not. It's on a wall. Usually it's like as simple as just putting a nail in the wall and like there's a hole in the backside where just like it hangs. And that's what makes it like a really interesting idea. Up until like I've seen them kind of trending for, I don't know, maybe a couple years, kind of. I don't think they're really in the mainstream yet. I think Etsy is kind of just now noticing them maybe. But but I don't think they even have them at like big box stores right now. So that's kind of like where they're at. But yeah, it's just kind of like, what are you already assuming about something? And like identifying that and then changing it can really lead you to more interesting results. Another great example are like people are making really weird handles for like mugs and cups because most people are like, oh, a mug is gonna have a handle and it's gonna be like this. Like, this is a very generic, like gift store mug that I bought. It's gonna fit like 2 or 3 fingers. It's gonna be curved like this, and that's how a handle is. But then you have the way that you can really, change that is like, I don't know, maybe there's 2 handles. Maybe the handle fits 1 finger. Obviously, it has to kind of work with the size of the cup, or else you're really gonna be stressing out that 1 finger. But like, they're like people that are making these handles that are like, they come off the pot like this or something. They're like really long and they're really ridiculous. And it's like, there's definitely a novelty to them. I think I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. But like, I don't know, like just kind of like identifying like, what are you already assuming about this thing, and like what could you change about it, or what could you just intermix into it that would really change the idea of it. Like, how could you combine, you have this form, whatever, and then combine something really random with it. Example, I've seen a lot of like ornaments. So, oh, Christmas ornament. Oh yeah, I know what a Christmas ornament. It's like round and it's probably shiny, whatever. No, the new ones I've seen at the store are like Cheetos. It's a Cheetos bag. It's a Doritos bag. It's a can of sardines. It's a stick of butter. Maybe it's a celebrity's face. Like, and that makes it really funny too. It's like the randomness, how weird it is. I mean, sometimes you don't have to be weird about it. It does have to be weird. Because I know some people are probably a little bit more serious and wouldn't want that on their tree or something. But like, you can really change things up in like, I think that's what a lot of people think is like really funny these days. It's really common to see that kind of novelty stuff. There's like, what is it? It's like, I've seen this, like, it's a stick of butter that is like, it's a stick of butter that is like sticky notes when you open it or something. It's like also a pad of butter, but it's also like a pad of sticky notes. Or there's this one that's like, it's like ramen. It's like, somehow it looks like ramen, but they're like sticky notes or something like that. It's a lot of weird stuff happening. And like it's really like, there are a lot of those kind of whimsical things coming up. And I think that's what makes them really fun. And like, I think like there are definitely like certain people that like to buy that kind of stuff because it just makes, your everyday a little bit different. It doesn't have to be weird like that. Like that. Maybe like you could do different things with like mug handles, the shape of the mug, the wall vase. even like kind of like sculpturally making things different. I think it's like, I don't know, I think it's maybe it's a little bit easier to like think of something random like an alligator, but you want it to be in the shape of a vase, or I don't know. I don't know. It's really easy to get like a really weird, funny kind of thing out of it, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way that I think. I like that kind of stuff. So I think about it more. And I notice them like more like in the store. But like that's kind of like when you compare that stuff to all the boring stuff you see in the store, it's like it's it's just like really like unexpected to a certain point. I mean, it's really popular to be doing that kind of weird stuff now. Um, but like for a while that used to be like really surprising to see in stores. Um, but like just kind of like combining different things like that. Stefan Sagmeister, he's I think he's mostly a graphic designer, but he really does a lot of things that graphic designers aren't really known to do. He does very odd things. I've mentioned him before. I don't know, maybe I just mentioned this like kind of like idea creation thing. But I read something about like how he came up with this like podium design, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's like if you want to create a design for something, you can't just go and Google the current designs for it because you're going to get the same things. You know, if you Google podium, they're all going to look the same. You know, like you're probably not going to get the super weird looking ones. If you Google that, you're probably going to get the really normal looking ones. And I can't remember what he thought of. I think it was something like, so he had that idea, but then he was like, well, I want it to be like weird or something. So he's like, well, what if it was like also an aquarium or something? And that's really what made it really weird and unique is like that combination of like, it's just, I don't know if it's like completely random. You definitely have the same kind of idea. So if you had like a rectangular fish tank but you put it outside, that's like, I think you could see how that could be a podium. It would have to be like custom made, you know. But like I don't know, I think sometimes you can see similarities in things. I don't know how he got the idea. I like read about that or something like a long time ago. I don't even remember where, but oh wait, no. I think it was in an Adobe Max like talk. I think he was giving a talk that I heard it in. I don't really read very much. But I think that's like really cool. Like that, yeah, like that is exactly how that happens. If you just sit there, I mean, sometimes like maybe you can get certain things out of looking at current designs, but I think when you really want something that stands out and is vastly different, you really have to change the way that you're thinking and approaching it to really achieve something that is really different and stands out. Like what if it was a box of candy or something? Like, I don't know why it would be a box of candy, but it would certainly be really random and a unique podium. Like, I don't know, then you just kind of like get on this like idea train. Like, okay, it's rectangular. What else is a rectangle? You know, what else is like that? A book. You know, I already said candy, like so many boxes of candy, like those ones that you get at like the movie theater. Now I'm just thinking about like Raisinets. I don't even like those. Cereal box. We're kind of like going on to food. Like, I don't know, you can just kind of branch off too if you want. Like, if you kind of like that theme for some reason. Like, okay, so we have cereal, and then do you want, like, you could branch off into other breakfast. Toaster strudels. Then we have frozen food. Frozen pizza. A bag of frozen peas. And, like, that's how you kind of, like, branch off. Like, how is this one thing different? Like, so you have idea of, like, frozen, but it's rectangular. It's food. And then, like, I don't know, where else can you go with that? What else is in the frozen food aisle? And, like, I don't know. I don't know why, but I hate the word, like, brainstorming. I think I hate it because, like, whenever a teacher in school, like, said the word brainstorming, my brain would be like, oh my gosh. Like, what are we doing? I don't want to do whatever this is. But yeah, I think, like, doing, just kind of, like, take a simple concept, like the concept of, okay, a podium is like this rectangular thing. What else is a rectangle? And then just kind of like branching from there, and then just, like, I don't know, see where you go, see what you are happy with. And I don't know, maybe if that doesn't go anywhere, you can just go off of some random other thing. What if it was animal shaped? Like, what if the podium was the shape of a shark? Super random. Like, I don't know, just like, it's really like a kind of like a blanket idea, but it's always just like asking, like, what if it wasn't a rectangle? What if it was this? What if it was super tiny? What if it was super big? What if it was see-through? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like hard to, like, just say, to, like, ask yourself, like, what if? But I think, like, that just, like, goes back to the idea that I mentioned of, like, just looking at your thing, your need, whatever you need to make or want to make, and then what about it is, like, obvious. Like, normally a podium is not see-through. Because, I don't know, I think sometimes you want to, like, I don't know, maybe you're putting stuff there, like your notes, your note cards, I don't know. I'm not a public speaker or anything. I don't really know what I don't know, sometimes they put their water there or something. You don't really want to see that stuff. And sometimes, you know, sometimes there's a reason why things are the way they are. And sometimes there isn't. So, and so, you know, sometimes it's just like, oh, it's that way because it's always been that way. Like, the mug handle thing. That's just, like, the classic whatever. So, I don't know. I think I'm gonna, like, Make it like maybe like a more like a more like specific video for this idea of like how to do some like, I don't know, like idea creation, and just like, I don't know, I kind of want to just say idea creation because I hate the word brainstorming and I hate the term what's the other one I hate? Thinking outside the box. It sounds like a Udemy video. How to think outside the box for corporate things. I don't know. I don't know. Like some boring ass person like being like, yes, today we're going to learn about how to think outside the box in the most boring way possible. Or something like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like these words. Okay, we got a couple minutes. This bowl is turning out pretty nice. We'll have to fix this up. I think we're just gonna carve down lightly into it a little bit. Maybe I'll just like get that started right now. Yeah, there's not very much room here to like carve into it, so let's just kind of get it started. So unlike how I carve the other things, I'm thinking of just kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it. Just like a very gradual, like fall and then rise again up here to the other side. I really want to be careful, and that's why I'm not like trying to trim too much off, because bad things are gonna happen if we trim too much here. It's not very thick, so yep. So I just kind of want to get a little bit of this started, just so that I think when I come back to this later, I'm like, maybe at some point I'll just forget that that's what we're gonna do. So if I get started, then I'll be like, oh, yes. That looks weird because we didn't finish it. Okay, I don't think this is showing like what I'm thinking at all yet. But hopefully when we get more of it done, you'll be able to see it. We're just not gonna create like I'm just gonna like carve out a slight barrier of like where we shouldn't carve too much. We're gonna keep a bit of a foot, and then it's kind of gonna gradually dip down, and at the center it's gonna be dipping the most. I really don't know how to describe this any better. You guys are probably like, what the heck? What is going on? Why? Yeah. What time is it? We are at 2:00. All right. Well, I have to go back to work, because I'm working right now. And this is my lunch break. So, we're gonna have to end here. I'm gonna get the scraps off of this. We're obviously pretty close to being done with this one, but not quite. Let me spray it down with some water. Just got the inside, do the outside a little bit. Let me check this one out. It's not bad. I think I'm gonna spray it because I don't This one is like still pretty wet, but just because I'm not going to actually get to carving this one for like, I'm definitely not going to do it tonight. So I just want to make sure that it is, it has some water on it so it won't dry out. And then we'll just put this here and then cover them up nicely. Not super tight because we add a bunch of water, and it doesn't matter if they get a little bit dry. That's okay. If we did not want it to dry at all, we could put like even more water and then like really like wrap them up much more tightly. So I can't grammar today. I'm just I don't know if I have an excuse. Yeah, you get my idea, I think. All right, so if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when we are back online with another video. We are streaming normally weekdays 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. Sometimes I do it after work or maybe on the weekend, but those have been a little bit more rare. And then all of the live streams will be uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. And there you can watch all of our other live stream videos and some of the other YouTube videos that I have up. Some of them are like ceramic tutorials, stuff for handmade small businesses, or just like any other kind of like art, like general art related topics. So thank you so much for watching and being here. I really appreciate you guys. Just like showing up and watching my videos really helps out both of my channels, and I love to see you guys here. So I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye.